Why, hello there, gamers. If you're wondering why I look weirder, it's because I moved the lamp. Okay, I have this amazing basic basic white woman. Oh, you can't even see it on camera, damn it. Oh god, what's it called? A paper lamp? Paper. All of my lampshades are paper based because I'm white. What? Okay. Okay, I just fucked up my entire wiring setup, okay? Alright, here we are. I'm gonna mess around in Daggerfall, gamers. I've been really kind of messing around with character creation because I'm too scared of commitment. I'm scared of commitment. I'm scared of starting a playthrough. I have no ambition, okay? We got all these sexy mods. I got rid of Big Red HUD because it has a little... It's okay when you're not using the Y shearing on Tale of Argonia. I don't know if I got this mod again because, dang it, it just looks so cool. I don't know. I just like the way it looks with the Y shearing. Although, yeah, otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend this mod, at least, I don't know, maybe unless you can run it, but this mod makes the game significantly laggier, especially in cities. But, you know, it's pretty laggy in cities anyways, so, especially in, like, Daggerfall. But I just really like the way the Y sharing looks, especially with the retro setup. And then, yeah, since with the way the camera works with that on, it doesn't really interact well with Big Red HUD. So I could probably remove that on my mod list if I haven't. But yeah, at the beginning, I also disable Wandering Foes, which you need on. Well, you don't need on, I guess, but that's what you actually do need on is enemy infighting, which is a setting on here somewhere. Enemy infighting. I have that off just so that monsters don't die on their own. So the game's a bit harder. The game is easier with enemy infighting on, but you need it to be that way if you want to really get the benefits from language skills overhaul. Yeah, it's way more interesting with enemy infighting on, so I would recommend it. But yeah, I was having issues with the skeleton like instantly dying with Wandering Foes and enemy infighting, and it's like, dude, if the skeleton warrior like dies instantly, then how am I supposed to make sure that the character is playable? Because that's the test for a character, is if they can beat the skeleton warrior in the first dungeon. Okay, gamers? Like, that's the litmus test for can you play Daggerfall, is if you can beat the skeleton at the beginning. Okay? And it is a little bit different because the Sphincter Vision attacks, which is quickly becoming a mandatory mod, that changes the way materials work. So that should actually be on the bottom somewhere. Makes it so that lesser materials do still work on higher end enemies. They're just like weaker. I don't know exactly how that works, but the mod page has a lot of information on it, which I love. Unlike some other cool mods like Climates and Calories. I was just kind of thinking, it's like Climates and Calories, yeah, there's a few annoying things about it, but most of it is really awesome. And if I disable Climates and Calories, the game gets like exponentially fucking easier. It's like, I don't know where this is from, but like, don't people, I don't know if this is like a thing in anime or a thing in real life, but like, it's like having like concrete like strapped to you, you know? Or whatever. It's like having like a ton of weight strapped on you while you're playing, and then while it's off, and like Climates and Calories is having that off is like taking that off, and I'm just like speeding through the game. Climates and Calories really affects the pacing of the game, and you have to worry about a lot more shit. And like, yeah, the game is just like a complete breeze when playing without it. So it's like I almost can't play without it because it just makes the game too easy. Anyway. But yeah, I have other mods that make the game easier, like cheat, whatever. Classic exploits. which I actually am beginning to be okay with having diseases on my characters. I haven't really figured out poisons. That hasn't really caused an issue, especially, I mean, especially with Temple's cure poisons, which should be one of them. I think the way that works is you just have to talk to a Temple NPC and that cures you. But yeah, I haven't really dealt with a lot of poison yet. There is a neat mod that I thought about getting that came out really recently. Rituals and Rites. This adds another thing to witches that allows you to get perks, basically. And that's a really cool idea. It'd be kind of neat if I could like use it to get like, oh, immunity to poison, you know, just to avoid having that annoying mechanic. But it's not really that bad. Okay, you just use a cure poison or you go to a temple. Although, yeah, to be fair, in the vanilla game, you have a cure poison on you. But you can run into poisoning enemies. Like, I think rogues or something have a chance to poison you. And those are really common on the road with the World of Daggerfall, so you gotta be careful, man. That's why it's like, yeah, for new players, I would probably just recommend taking immunity to magic with the classic exploits, like I did with the Shadow Monk. Because the game is way easier. Well, not way easier. It's just like annoying and it's just less shit to worry about. But I don't know, the extra shit to worry about with climates and calories is cool. You feel me? I don't know. Anyways, I've been messing around in the character creator, as you do. And I have for you additional character classes that are mainly, so far, remakes of the default classes. Why am I talking like Captain James T. Kirk of the USS? Okay. So I have Acrobat and Night Blade, and then Bard. And I think the next one I'm going to do is Knight. I think I might change that. I suppose I could like actually just do it like a dice roll of what class to do. But I like rewrote the classes with my mod list in mind. I don't know how you actually would remake the classes with a mod. There is a mod called Classes Redone. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to get this because it actually replaces game files from the original Daggerfall folder. And I'm like, that's a little bit messy. You feel me? How do I get to the fucking meme? Where is it? Games. Pirate 101. Remember that? Oh, shit. I also got the Super VHS Red Letter Media video game. That's pretty cool. I thought about playing it on the channel and I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. What am I doing, dude? Games, libraries, there we go. Daggerfall. And then, like, yeah, you go into DF, Daggerfall, and then, like, Arena 2. And, like, one of the folders in here is, like, classes. Yeah. And it's like, whoa. You know? Wow, this is cool. Texture. I could just get that Classes Redone mod, but I don't know. I could maybe check out and see what they did, just to make sure I'm not like copying them. Classes Redone also, yeah, the classes, redoing the classes in the game files actually alters human enemies as well. I'm pretty sure. Classes Redone. So wait, they must have gotten rid of the obnoxious the fuck? I literally just had a vortex in my mind, dude. I literally forgot what the hell I was saying. Alteration, mysticism, and thaumaturgy. Yeah, that's not what I would do for a mage. I guess, yeah, maybe a sorcerer is more so aligned with destruction, I suppose, but no. You gotta have one. Here's my philosophy for making a class. Okay? For making a good class that's not like a cracked, broken class. I guess here is a broken character. Let's make a broken, overpowered, fucking easy mode character. Okay? Which race are you gonna pick? Pretty much goes with whatever you want, because it doesn't really matter. I would say if you want a Breton is not a good choice, because you still have to take immunity to magic. Unfortunately, the Breton magic resistance does not stack with the resistance to magic advantage. I wish it did, because that would make Breton the greatest race in the game, right? Unfortunately, that is not the case. I have tried it out. I don't know, maybe it works without the classic exploits mod, but I would recommend all players get the classic exploits unless you literally don't want those in the game, because that's how it was in the original Daggerfall. Okay? I don't care. And then like level up adjuster. I would balance the classes around that as well, because having like having to roll a dice for a die for your level up health is cool in D&D, where it's a fucking imaginative tabletop video game and you can re-roll characters, you know? But in tabletop, did I just say tabletop video game? Tabletop role-playing game. It's a imaginative game where you can play whatever you want. But in Daggerfall, you're playing as one guy, and if you die, you die. You can't re-roll your character. There is a mod that allows you to do that, though, I think. Which is kind of neat. But I like having a set amount of health per level. Now, on my Shadow Monk character, when I had 30 health per level, that was cracked. Okay? I ended up with over 1,000 health by max level. And it's like 30 health per level. If you're actually getting 30 hit points per level, like that is insanely high. That's like not even necessary. Although, maybe necessary for a noob. You never know. So let's go over what the races do. If you don't know, you can just look on the wiki for this, but Bretons get a little bit of magic resist. I think when it says resistance, like they get 30%. So Bretons get 30% resistance to magic. And all races have a 50% resistance to everything. Which doesn't even make sense. But I don't really know exactly how that works. I think it's just like, oh, you have a 50% chance to resist the damage from a spell. Which to me is just like insane. That's not even a thing in Morrowind. But it's just a way of like having a saving throw against a spell. So then Bretons will have a 80, DC basically on their saving throw against magic, which is pretty great. I mean, I'm saying DC, I don't know if that's actually like a thing in Daggerfall, but yeah. And then Nords get 30% resistance to frost. Dark Elves, they do not get fire resist. They, I think that was also a thing in the original DOS Daggerfall. I can actually just boot that up. What the hell? Dark Elves were not actually like Dark Elves, you feel me? I don't know where the hell I am. Libraries. Bleh. Let's boot this shit up. Yeah. We can skip that. Start new game. Morrowind. That was loud. We're gonna be a dark elf. Let's be a woman. We're gonna be a Nightblade gamers. Yes. Oh, we'll skip that crap. Oh, you can't have random names? What? No way. Let's be Astif. Oh, they actually were like that. Okay. No, but that was true for the NPCs. Like, Baron Zaya was not like an actual dark elf. Okay, that's kind of cool. Hell yeah. So we're gonna have to fucking close that out. There we go. Dark elves, yep. Let's be that. Female. What am I doing? Oh. Anyway. Dark elves get their level divided by 4 added to their damage and hit roll. So, and the hit rolls are based out of 100 in Daggerfall. So, there you go. If you have a 100 in your long blade skill, then you're probably going to hit every time. You probably can miss because enemies can like have dodge and stuff. I don't know. I don't know that much about the fucking game's formulas. Okay. But expect some changes with sphincter vision attacks because that mod is awesome. And it's the same thing with red guards. They get their level divided by 3, so they're a little bit better. Although I think how it works is Morrowind gets level divided by 4 with weapons and bows, and then Valenwood or Wood Elves are just 1 divided by 3. Wait, their level divided by 3 for bows, and then Red Guards are their level divided by 3 for melee attacks. Right? And I think Dark Elves is both. Well, I'm not sure about that. Let's go to the Daggerfall races. Daggerfall. Why does it look like that, man? Weird. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that skimpy Argonian. Okay. Damn the dragon. Bonus damage and chance to hit. That's not bad. Wait a minute. So there's literally no reason to pick a Dark Elf over a Red Guard. Is that real? It would make the most sense if Red Guard was just for melee, and like Dark Elf was both, and then Wood Elf was just for archery. Whatever. Pick whatever race you want, really, because the bonuses are pretty minor. High Elf does get immunity to paralysis, and I think with classic exploits, yeah, the best character in the classic Daggerfall would kind of cheese it and pick High Elf for immunity to paralysis, and then get the disadvantage critical weakness to paralysis, and then they wouldn't actually cancel out. I don't know how that works, but yeah, if you're really, really heavy with combat, if you're being like a melee character, probably pick Red Guard. It literally doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll just say Red Guard, because that's what I picked on the Shadow Monk. Well, that's kind of boring. I would say, yeah, for climates and calories, Nord is the best, because they have their natural frost resist. So yeah, well, for this perfect character, we'll be a Nord. Let's be a male, because we're gonna be special. Actually, no. Fucking... female is better, because you get the amazing new look for the armor with Paper Doll Enhanced. And not because it's skimpy, okay? I didn't get that mod because I'm horny, okay? I've never been horny in my entire life, okay? Fuck you. Custom class. Most broken class in the game. We're gonna name it Demigod. Or probably something a bit more lore friendly. Shezarine. Shezarine. No, that's lame. That's fucking lame. That wasn't invented yet. We're gonna go with I don't know, man. Titan. There isn't actually a paladin, right? Paladin is like too specific. I don't know. Come up with whatever theme you want. Like I came up with Shadow Monk. Well, I mean, Shadow Monk's obviously based on the Way of Shadow, but like, I don't know, whatever suits your role playing. So I'll just call it Demigod. We're gonna pump strength like a Chad, and we're gonna pump speed because these are the best attributes in the game. And then we can probably dump willpower. Dump, well, no. Willpower is quite good with mods. Be able to reach in your magicka that fast. Yeah, with my mods, the attributes are more buffed. Although I don't know what the huge deal is with agility. Agility is like probably the worst attribute because like every like 10 points of agility, or is it 5? Every like 5 or so points of agility. Is it actually 5? I don't even know. Probably should have prepared more for this. We could probably pump personality because, well, it is definitely more useful with Daggerfall Unity, giving the bonuses to pacification. It's not really that great. And we can pump we'll do that. These are just the minimum values for your attributes too. Yeah, that's good. Primary skills. Oh yeah, so on the demigod character, it's going to be a little bit weird for the primaries. This is not a balanced character. This is a character that's meant to ascend to godhood and get 100 in all skills. So for that, I do like having skills that I can control when they level up. So we can pick blunt weapon. Although, yeah, pick your coolest weapon skill that you want to master. But you can also save for later at your top. So I would probably say blunt weapon, yeah. And then we can go short blade. And then we can go axe. Because these are probably the lesser of the weapon skills. Not really, they're all kind of the same. Yeah, real gamers know that hand-to-hand is the best. But blunt weapon, awesome. Okay, you can use staves and flails, which don't appear in Cringe, Oblivion, and Skyrim, which are inferior games, as we all know. No, I'm just kidding. You can play whatever you want. I will judge you. I will judge you for your personal taste. And then this major ones. Okay, so the way... Oh, God. Do I have to fucking autistically explain every mechanic in Daggerfall? Okay. Your primary skills. The way it was intended to be is that you only reach above 95... And this is my opinion. It might be in the manual somewhere, but you're only really supposed to hit 95 in all your skills, except for one of your primaries, which you get to 100. And when you get to 100 in a primary skill, you get this epic message that says, you're the best in the world at this particular skill. And it's amazing. It was like an orgasmic feeling when whatever. That was me exaggerating. I've never been horny in my life. It was an orgasmic feeling. And that was, after I'd mastered all the other skills on the Shadow Monk. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I've reached the peak. I've literally reached the peak human physicality. And it was hand to hand. But yeah. It makes that noise. Perfect timing. And that is supposed to cap the rest of your skills to 95. And that was the intended mechanic. But you can subvert this by just not mastering your primaries. You can keep them all below 100 and just master the rest of them, because that mastering a primary skill is what triggers all skills to be capped at whatever they were at. Either whatever, like, yeah, you can reach like, oh, let's say you get etiquette to 98 or whatever, and then get your blunt weapon to 100. Then that etiquette is stuck at 98. You cannot raise other skills above 95 Whew. When God, my fucking, you cannot, banger, god dang it, what am I saying? You cannot once you hit 100 in a primary, all the other skills are capped. And again, you can subvert this by just avoiding leveling these skills. So like, oh, reach 95 or 99 or whatever in these, and then just don't use these weapons and just focus on leveling the rest of your skills. So your major skills, oh god, I gotta like take a fucking drink of water. That's amazing. Your major skills. Your primary skills always contribute to your levels, because they're your primaries. They're the most important skills, and that's what I want to have in a class, is the class's most important skills, the meaning they're the ones that they use the most, or the ones that are most expressive of the class's role-playing and playstyle, are the primaries. But if you want to be optimized, this is what I would go with. For me anyways. This is a very combat-heavy character, obviously. But this is great because you can just control whenever. You don't have to like worry about... I wouldn't even recommend picking magic, because like pretty much all the spell effects are pretty useful. So you never know when you might need those, you know? But yeah, with these, you can always use other weapon types, you know? Although yeah, Tome of Battle, and Weapon Widget and all that shit, they actually do like add different benefits and cool things to the different weapon types. Or like, yeah, Sphincter Vision attacks does make the weapons slightly different. Anyway. Major skills. So only 2 of these actually contribute to your leveling, and it's whatever 2 are the highest. So you likely just want to have skills that are going to be raising extremely quickly all the time. So I'd probably go with running, and then critical strike, because these are basically going to go up whether you like them to or not. Because nobody is going to run around. Nobody is going to move around in Daggerfall without running, okay? Unless you're insane, because then the game would be super slow. Because yeah, Daggerfall, obviously, huge game. You cannot get around the world without running, really. Yeah, maybe if you like use teleportation and stuff, but it doesn't. There aren't. You probably could actually beat Morrowind without like moving. That would be kind of neat if you could only fucking use like teleportation in I mean, because yeah, you can probably use the intervention spells to take you around the map. You can't do that in Daggerfall. Oh, my fucking vocal cords are getting used up. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, I'm just ranting. Okay. Running and critical strike, these are going to go up like crazy. Although, yeah, critical strike might be a better choice as a minor skill. Running, it's either maybe running and dodging would be good too. I don't know. Whatever is going to be the one that raises the most. Stealth is another great choice, because that's basically going up whether you like it or not, around monsters and dungeons. Yeah. Running, dodging, and pick whatever skill you want. Although, yeah, for an optimized character, you probably want to pick a magic skill in one of your majors, because otherwise it's going to be hard to join the Mages Guild right away. So the best one to pick, I don't know, is whatever one you want, I guess. It's probably going to be Restoration. That's generally the best School of Magic in any Elder Scrolls game, except for, of course, Skyrim, where it is a completely invalid School of Magic. Am I right? Yeah, that was annoying. I mean, thinking back on it, that lady is like, Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic. And it's like, yeah, Bethesda, you fucked up Restoration. You fucked up the fucking RPG system. You're supposed to have attributes in an RPG. And there aren't attributes in Skyrim. Yeah, there's your fucking magic of health, whatever. But like, yeah, the coolest part about Restoration magic is boosting your fucking attributes and becoming a god. You know? And yeah, Restoration is literally less valid in Skyrim because, like, what the hell do you use it for besides, like, healing? Does anyone actually fucking use Turn Undead in Skyrim? And which start to not work, by the way, because of the way the leveling system works in Skyrim. Calm down. Restoration is generally the most useful magic school in Daggerfall. All of them are really good, actually. All of the magic schools have super cool effects. You can find a great, fantastic list of them on the UESP wiki. Let me find it for you. Magic Johnson. What the? Magic and spells. So yeah, this lovely page has all the effects of different schools. Alteration has great effects. Water breathing, necessary effect, really. Paralyze is pretty cool, although I never really used it on enemies, just because it's just kind of a waste of time. Just kill them, you know. Especially on high level, it's kind of neat to mess around with. I suppose you could just use paralyze and just leave them there, you know. Be kind of neat for like a running kind of character. I don't know, but. Jumping, also amazing effect. Climbing, yeah. Destruction is kind of an obvious one. Illusion is kind of the least developed out of all of the skills here, and some of the effects like Charm, Pacify got combined into Illusion. Yeah, Illusion like really ramped up in Morrowind with the Frenzy spells. And Demoralize, dude, that's a classic. In Oblivion, the classic Demoralize spell, demoralize on target, fortify speed on target, and just like see them like freaking zoom away. It's so amazing. I think that works in Morrowind as well. But yeah, this Illusion is extremely overpowered. Well, not overpowered, but it's very, very good in Daggerfall because you can have access to spell making with true invisibility, meaning that it's basically full invisibility that doesn't break when you attack. Now, this is not a spell that's available normally. You actually have to use spell making to make it. But yeah, true invisibility does cost a lot more. So yeah, that's what makes Illusion worth it. And I gotta say, I made the Nightblade class, and it was super fun to play. I'm not gonna lie. That would be like a class that I would, well, not the standard Nightblade class, the one that I made. That's like a really fun way of playing Daggerfall. Is kind of a glass cannon sort of build where you're using the invisibility spell to like sneak behind your enemy and fucking stab him right in the back and like kill him instantly. It's a really cool, fun way to play the game. That still is in Skyrim. You know, that is a cool playstyle that you can do in Skyrim. That still works, you know, making yourself invisible, sneaking right behind your enemy, killing him instantly. Classic. Mysticism. Necessary skill, right, for teleporting. Most important ability in the game. Absolutely. You need to be able to teleport out of dungeons. If you need to have an anchor set up. Otherwise, like, good luck fucking finding your way out of a Daggerfall dungeon, okay? I can do it because I'm Bill Dipperly, but not you, okay? You know? Soul Trap, obviously a necessary effect for late game enchanting. Although, yeah, to be fair, you'll get much less use out of Soul Trap in this game because you don't need to use soul gems to recharge in this. Technically, magic items are supposed to break permanently. You're not supposed to repair magic items. And there is a cheat in the original game that allowed you to do that, and I have it active. Okay, it's a setting in Daggerfall Unity, and I have it active because I like being able to use my magic items again, because I like fun. Okay, I like fun. I don't like my balls being fucking squeezed to death. Okay, I like having fun and like using magic items again. You can sue me. Okay. Dispel. This is kind of amazing. Dispel Daedra and Dispel Undead. Like, if you're good enough at mysticism, you can just say "see ya" to Daedra and Undead, and they're literally just vanish from existence. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, that does get rid of all their loot. Honestly, yeah, human enemies, especially with like roleplay and realism, are probably the only enemies that are really worth looting in the late game. So you don't even need to worry about that. Yeah, honestly, I could probably stand to do that more often, is use Dispel Daedra and Undead. Just to say, fuck you to those enemies. Because, yeah. Oh, that's a great spell for a Nightblade, because Undead and Daedra are immune to invisibility. That is something to keep in mind as well. Pretty much only animals and humanoids are susceptible to invisibility. For some reason, supernatural creatures can see through your shit, bro. They have see invisibility on them. Basically, an amazing fucking school of magic that is necessary to play the game. I'm exaggerating a little bit there, but obviously Restoration, banger school that they totally fucked up in Skyrim. Thaumaturgy, this is kind of a weird one, but this is sort of a catch-all, sort of miscellaneous meme. Detect, I honestly never use these spells. Identify is useful, but you can just use the Mage's Guild. Levitate, obviously a really cool spell. Not as cool as it is in Morrowind, because levitation is super slow. There is a cool mod that makes it so you can go faster with higher magnitude, but I haven't messed around with that because it's a little bit weird, or, you know, not really to my taste, so I didn't grab it. I've never used the Pacify spell either, but Spell Reflection, goated fucking magical effect, dude. This is broken. I mean, it just makes, you can just say no to spells and just completely destroy enemies with their own spells. It's kind of necessary to play high level, because like those freaking spell swords and the freaking Daedra will just blast you with spells all the time. So good luck playing without that, you know? And then yeah, water walking is not actually water walking or walking on water. It's just a way of moving around through water, and it's a mandatory effect. Okay, it's necessary to use water walking to be able to move around in the water sections of dungeons. Pretty much, right? Not like necessary, but like if you want to move around quickly in those areas of the dungeons, which are often very annoying, you need that. So pretty much all the magic skills are very good and have important effects on them. My TED Talk is continuing. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video, man. Over 30 minutes in. Ooh. Right. So I'm making a demigod test character. Oh, man. But yeah, don't pick spell... if you're making a demigod character, don't pick a skill like dodging or running as your primary, because you will have no choice but to level those, pretty much. So those will gain whenever, whereas you can choose whenever you're using these weapons. Alrighty, so this is where it's a little juicy here. I don't know what to pick. I guess I'll pick stealth. Stealth, backstabbing's a good one. Critical strike. Oh, wait. Yeah, critical strike is a good minor, because it like kind of advances at that sort of rate where it's like, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Pick whatever you really want as whatever other minors, because the only minor that matters for leveling is the highest one, which is likely to be critical strike or stealth. But yeah, the only ones that count for leveling are the highest minor skill, the two highest majors, and the 3 primaries. Now, like, if you have all your majors, if they're all at like 22 or whatever, it'll just count only 2 of them, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what it is. So if all your minor skills are at the same level, it'll just count only 1 of them. I like to do probably do another magic skill. Holy shit. Streetwise and etiquette. It's probably a good idea to have at least 1 magic as the minor one. And mysticism. Coolsies. Coolsies. This is where it might get kind of dicey, but we have the advantages and disadvantages. For reputations, this doesn't really matter. Just choose whatever you want for role-playing reasons. Probably nobles. Yeah, nobles are very useful to have the extra rep with. All of these characters have cool quests, so I guess I just go with negative to Underworld. Because I think Underworld just means like Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood. Is that true? Because that's kind of bad if you start below that. I don't know. The peasants love me because I'm a demigod. The scholars don't like me. I'd probably just leave all of these at 0, but yeah, having extra rep with nobles is pretty good because they have some god tier quests. And then like scholars, who cares? You know, so we'll go with it. We'll go with that. I suppose, yeah, you can probably go with high rep with Underworld. And then low rep with merchants, because I think that just affects their quests. You know, I don't think the merchant's faction affects their prices. Yeah, I've never really seen this stuff to matter, but I suppose if Underworld means, like, you literally get a +10 with the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, that's pretty damn good. But, I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. We'll start with disadvantages. No, we'll go with advantages first. Athleticism is great. Allows you to not drain as much fatigue. Although, yeah, I suppose now I actually have basic magic regen, which means that mana will just regenerate over time. I got this because I just found it kind of annoying to traverse around in the wintertime early on with climates and calories and travel options. I just found that if I don't have to like stop to rest constantly, like I should be able to use mana, my supplies of mana, because like really travel options should be just a real-time way of seeing the fast travel, you know, and just traveling through the world in real time. It shouldn't be like this arduous meme where I'm like constantly balancing resources, you know. I don't know. That's kind of a tough one though. Whew. Advantages. So yeah, athleticism is good if you want less fatigue. We'll figure that out later. Expertise is made a lot better with sphincter vision attacks, but yeah, we'll go with immunity to magic. This makes you immune to magic-based elemental spells, and it also, with classic exploits, makes you immune to disease, poison, and paralysis. So we're going to take those disadvantages to balance out the difficulty dagger. It is a bit of an exploit, but this is what an optimum character looks like. Then we'll take spell absorption in general. Then we'll take probably critical weakness to shock, because shock is a useless element. We're also, yeah, for an optimum character, we're not going to have any restrictions either. That's what I wanted for my Shadow Monk. No armor material restrictions. Let's see. Spell absorption, we're going to go increase magery, obviously. Rapid healing in darkness. You could go rapid healing in general, but for now we'll go with in darkness and kind of see what I can balance out. I really like playing at this difficulty dagger because it's called the difficulty dagger. I don't know if it's actually called that in the manual, but it's so... The game is like amazingly better when you're playing it at this level because you just level up super easily. Well, you level up... like, you still have to rest, you know? I don't know. I've never really played the game in another way besides at this level, you know? So, I don't know. I suppose it's different depending on, like, if you get the ebony dagger at the beginning. But, because that kind of throws a wrench in the balancing. Although I think that's different on, with Sphincter Vision attacks, because that affects the materials. Normally, the ebony dagger was insane because ebony, as a material, gets, like, a huge bonus to hit. So that kind of just skips a big part of the progression. But it is just a dagger, so it doesn't really do that much damage. Anyway. And then we can probably pick an expertise. It's definitely worth it to pick an expertise in hand-to-hand, since that's overall the best weapon type, in my opinion. You can get enchanted shit, but enchanted weapons are honestly not that great because they do not last very long. I don't like using enchanted weapons all that much, unless it's a bow. And then I'd probably pick, yeah, expertise in bow, expertise in missile weapon, because these are the coolest weapon types. Let's be real. This also includes crossbows, by the way, in the Amazing Tome of Battle Addendum mod. Alright, how do I balance this shit out? I would normally go with, like, Forbidden Material Elven, Forbidden Material Dwarven. I guess that's not really that helpful. Forbidden Material Steel. Yeah, we're gonna need some extra shit to balance this out for sure. Critical weakness to fire. Critical weakness to frost. Oh shit. Yeah, I think this was the... I mean, this is the only real way to do it without restrictions, I would say. If you want, maybe you could do a... you could do unable to use lower magic ability. Lower magic ability in daylight. Although that doesn't really... Yeah. Critical weakness to fire. Critical weakness... Yeah, we should do critical weakness to frost. That's not really used all that much. Critical weakness to shock. Although I think it's used by ghosts and shit. And those are pretty common. Critical weakness to fire. And what else? I guess I had to get phobia of animals. Low tolerance of... this ain't good. What am I gonna do? Phobias are not good because they, like, on my Shadow Monk, it's not, like, hard to kill animals, because, yeah, they are, like, the weakest enemy type. But this actually scales with your level. So it often takes my Shadow Monk, like, actually 10 plus hits to kill, like, a bear, you know? And that's just crazy for you know, a max level demigod character. So I don't know. I might have to kind of mull this over, but yeah, a demigod character would have that. Maybe like not get as many advantages. I don't know. I do kind of like the darkness powered magic magery, lower magic ability in daylight. I kind of like that. Yeah, critical weakness to fire is not good if you're picking if you got climates and calories. But I am playing a red guard, right? Was I? I don't even know. Oh man. That could be kind of severe when you're running around in a desert. I'm not really sure about that one. I haven't tested that. That's obviously like sort of fine, but that does make a little bit of a difference. That little hair on the difficulty dagger. That does make quite the difference in terms of leveling. But yeah, if you want to get to like level 5 in the first dungeon without grinding, then yeah, that leveling speed's for you. Although yeah, human enemies scale with you, so be careful. That might be the way. And then rapid healing. Oh, just barely, dude. What the hell? God, that's just like one off. That's so annoying. The thing is, low tolerance doesn't really do that much. What? Why is it not there? There we go. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Yeah, I think you might have to take a forbidden material. Oh, that sucks though. How do I design this then? Dang it. Was not anticipating this. I did do this kind of meme on my bard character, which I didn't even really realize was a thing until now. You can take 3 times magic and then darkness and light powered magery to get higher, to get 1.5 times int technically, but with a lower difficulty dagger. It's a little hard to explain, but it's basically free disadvantage points and free magic. It's kind of wild. It's kind of, I could show that off later maybe, but oh fuck. Let's hit the fucking shuffle key on this. How do I do that? Shuffle, shuffle. Can I not shuffle on this? Shuffle play. There we go. Similar content. Oh, wow. YouTube. Inability to regen spell points is basically a gimmick. That I would not really get unless you're trying to roleplay a sorcerer type character. Or if you're playing a no magic character. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm at an impasse here. Maybe like not get an expertise. Or get maybe expertise and athleticism. Expertise in hand-to-hand and then athleticism. Oh god, that's actually a lot of points. Maybe just get athleticism. No. Expertise in hand-to-hand. And then you could get like acute hearing. But that's like a useless thing. It's probably just... it's probably literally just makes the game more annoying. Because then you could just hear mobs further away. Like, that would just make it annoying, you know? Adrenaline rush. Ah, bro. Bonus to hit humanoid would be quite good. Dang, it's just a stacked character. I might have to get freaking maybe resistance to fire. No, you can't do that. I might actually have to get acute hearing, man. That's gonna suck. I suppose you could go for less magic, less magicka, but it's supposed to be a demigod. I really like having that. Maybe you could go for less intelligence, or less magic, less, Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't realize how hard this would be. I fucking made this character before. I guess it was a little bit different. You might have to settle for that. I don't know. I hate to say it. I mean, yeah. If I'm gonna have to go with a freaking forbidden thing, it could... The best thing would probably be iron, but that does mean you can't use iron gear. You know, and some people might want to wear that for their outfit. You know, this is a character that's meant to have no restrictions. So I might just have to settle for that crap. Sorry. Do not take phobia humanoid. That's probably... That might be the worst flaw in the game. I don't know. Because, yeah, if humanoids are the strongest enemies, really. Well, they're the... Well, that's kind of debatable. But they have the most health, I think, out of all of them. Oh, man. Ooh. Also, yeah, critical weakness means that instead of having the base 50% resistance, it drops to 0. So you will basically always fail against spells, which is very dangerous, but not to people who have 30 health per level. Because that's cracked. I think, oh, wait. Did I even, like... Hopefully I've been, like, been able to hear me. I hope so. Jeez. Have I had the mic pointed out that way? Probably not. But yeah. I think, yeah, having weakness to a bunch of magic is not a big deal on 30 health per level. I think we can just deal with that fucking little thing on there. I mean, yeah, that will make a little bit of a difference, but I can't really change anything on here, so. Choose your character's career path after the School of Restoration. Oh. What magic have you been studying the longest? I'll pick destruction. What motivates you in a life of adventure? I'll say helping others, because this is like a Herculean sort of demigod character. We'll go with swimming. Swimming is a pain in the dick old level. I like picking amulet. You always want to pick the ebony dagger, pretty much. Although I kind of like picking suit of armor on the when I was playing the metal monk. Ebony dagger is the best. As you grew older, you received additional training in destruction. As a child, your nickname was Guppy, because that's the swimming one. You're friendlier than most with the barbarous orcs. Of all disagreeable types, you have the most personal hatred for... Does scholars include, like, the Mages Guild? I don't think so. I'm gonna say... either greedy merchants or immoral assassins. Immoral assassins. You are intimate friends with a very generous... mage. What god, if any, do you worship? Ooh. None. Nah, probably Akatosh. He's the king of all of them. Pretty much. You have the most trouble avoiding diseases because we're immune to disease. What's... oh yeah, we're Nord woman. I'm gonna pick this, okay, which face should we go with? I kinda like that one. She kind of looks the most Herculean. I don't know, all of them are pretty okay. That's probably a thing that I don't really like about the Paper Doll Enhanced, is that the faces are very homogenized. Here, let me fix my hair before I criticize their appearance. Okay. No, they look cool. It's just that, like, all of the races kind of end up looking the same, and yeah, it's just like too many of the faces look similar to me. I mean, yeah, they're kind of like an adaptation of the old faces, for sure, but... I don't know what to pick. It's either this lady or this lady. Probably this one. You don't have to, like, worry about getting the highest possible roll possible, but you kind of want to even out your stats here, because I do have it balanced to be 5 points per level. Although with level up adjuster, you can bring it all the way up to 9. Which, if you do want to have a demigod character and kind of cheat, you can do that. So you can bring up critical strike. And probably stealth too, we can do that. Cool. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Restoration. Ooh. Oh, shit. Yeah. If you get the healer backstory... That's not good, man. It just has to be a major skill, so I think I might replace it with alteration. That's unfortunate, man. Shit. Whatever. Strength. Lower than average magical ability. Start at normal endurance. Lower personality. It's a useless attribute. Lower agility. Yep. Cool. Short blade axe. Let me just get this set up again. So the best one to pick as a... it doesn't really matter. Mysticism's effects tend to be like super expensive. Because like teleport and a decent open spell is kind of hard unless you have higher skills. So it's either going to be mysticism or restoration as your selection here. I would probably pick mysticism. Yeah. Oh no, don't pick restoration. Yeah, I forgot, because you get a boost for picking, or you get a boost to restoration. Yeah, pick mysticism instead. And then critical strike, backstabbing. Oh wait, stealth. There you go. Backstabbing, critical strike, streetwise, and etiquette. Increased magery, immunity to magic, expertise, and hand expertise. Missile weapon, regenerate, and darkness. Spell absorption. Very cool. And go with lower, yeah, high rep with nobility. I don't know, does scholars count Mages Guild? I genuinely don't know. Yeah, just go with 0, because nobody cares. Yeah, then go with destruction. Life of adventure. Helping others. Swimming. Although, yeah, I think sparring would be good as well, because that levels up hand to hand. So I'll take swimming. Since childhood, you have saved... Ooh. It's either a buckler or amulet. Probably amulet. Ebony, destruction, guppy, orcs. I'll say, power mad robber barons. We'll go with that. Very generous mage. God, if any do you worship? Akatosh, god of time. I guess we'll go with that lady. Dang it, we got a perfect roll last time, too. Shit happens, gamers. Yeah, I kind of like to get it evened out. I suppose on this character, you'd go with 6 points per level. Because that's the max, normally. I have it balanced to 5. Roll until you get 14 bonus points up here. Wow, it's taking a while. And then once I hit it, I'm going to hit the reroll button. There we go. And then I even them out. Oh. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Oh, that's good, actually. Cool. I like that. That's good. And we don't have fucky skills. I think you actually do get different roles on your primary skills when you create your character. I haven't really messed around with that. But put short blade at the top. Actually, no, axe. Oh no, we should be able to get those. Anyway. What the hell? What was I saying? I literally don't even remember. Put running at the top, sure. And then perfect, perfect. Critical strike, backstabbing, stealth, etiquette. Beautiful. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, because then I can join the Mages Guild right away. Suppose I could do that instead, but hey, what is that? Very high. Ulti. We're gonna go with Did you? No. Devia. No. Yeah, if I can't come up with a name, I look at the a great way of coming up with an Elder Scrolls name is going on the UESP wiki, which is a great website. And then looking up like Nord names. Nord names here on the old. Yeah, I checked the artifacts because I was like, oh, what shields do we have? Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Nord names. Sorry, I just spoiled all the fucking artifacts for Daggerfall, but anyway. And then you scroll down to ESO. So female Nord names, ESO. And then starts with my class is Demigod, so I'll start with a D name. Get inspiration anyway. Oh man. Dagbara. That's a fucking weird name. Daisuke. Deldwin. Drod. What about like F names? Rhea. That's kind of like an easy one, right? That's too lame. Frigga. What about like HJ? I'm feeling like a HJ name. Where do we have those? Helena. I guess Hella would be a good choice. Let's see. Helunda. You can actually change your character's name whenever. I don't know if that was a thing in the original Daggerfall, but yeah, it is something you can do in Unity, is just change your character's name whenever. Which is interesting. You cannot change your class name, though. Ooh. Hookie. Helga. Ig? That's awesome. Oh yeah, you can have titles. I did have the name Ingrid, but that was for my agent character. Mila. I like the name Mila. Mila Jovovich. Mila... whatever. Resident Evil. Let's go.
Excuse the gloom.
We all know this. We all know this. Thank you, Emperor. Yes. No, yes. 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 Mila Jovovich. Oh, nice. Does she actually get all the weapon types here? No, except for archery. Ooh, archery would be a good choice as a nature skill. We're gonna put that on. Gonna put the shoes on. For some reason we got 2 shoes. I don't know what causes that, but we'll do that. We'll equip the good old ebony dagger. Should have that amulet as well, which is nice. What secondary weapon should we have? Battle axe? Nope. Just use that staff, how about? We'll enter third person. Bazinga. Do a little save. Do a little save action. Demigod. Yeah. That's the way I like to do it. We're already super fast. Oh my god, that's cracked. Okay, this is... oh, it's an elven staff. Okay. We're gonna level up. Blunt weapon. Bap. 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 Wait, we got a... animal taming. Bap. Is blunt weapon ready? We gotta check our skill progress. Alright, get the short blade, get the blunt. Wait, no. Get the... you don't have long blade. That ain't good. What? Oh, that's a primary. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, we're gonna equip a kite shield. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're not gonna use the ebony dagger. Ooh, sexy. We got the shield widget. Let's actually use the cool music here. Oh, yeah. And she actually does kind of look like Mila Jovovich. Axe. Alright, very good. Very good. Actually, yeah, we don't need their teeth because we're immune to... memes. We're immune to memes. We're immune to meme attacks. Save versus spell? Classic. Oh my god. Oh shit, we're gonna have to use the, oh, yep, hand to hand. Bap. 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 Oh, I don't like you. Let's use a stupid elven staff on you. Bap. There you go. Get fucked, you little homuncula hole. Homunculus hole. Cool. That's classic. We don't need any potion recipes. Ooh. That's not bad, though. Potion wire walking. We're just gonna use magic for, ooh, everything. Very cool. Very cool. Chain kite shield. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or not. I think that is a part of suitable for you. Find a fire, yada yada. Alrighty, we're good with all weapon skills, right? Actually, yeah, we're gonna zoom. Zooming. I'm zooming, zoom, zoom. Zooming. Hello. We're gonna get over here. Hey, buddy. Isn't impressed by your etiquette. Well, you can just go ahead and fuck right off, buddy. Bap. Oh my god. We're gonna... oh god. Let's, Use the ebony dagger on this. Flagrant. Let's use a buckler instead because it's cooler. Oh, got him. Ooh, nice. We got a sexy Khajiit suit. Perfect. Nice. Yes, I was looking for a longbow. That will use diligently against these ratties. Hello. Archery is ready. Perfect. Now we're gonna... Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we'll leave them there. We'll leave them there. Oh my god. We're gonna zoom. We're gonna zoom back to the amazing place. La, 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 la. Now we're gonna climb. Bazinga. Catch this like 3 times. There we go. Cook. Actually, yeah, we should be grabbing the meat. Take that. I could use some of that. I'll go ahead and rest until we're fully healed. Rest for 1 hour. Oh shit, what do we got? Who's around? What? Where are you? Alright, fine, we'll rest for... Your food is getting a bit ripe. Oh, fuck you. What? Do you have to, like, rest next to a campfire to, You feel invigorated. Nice. Stop. Oh, hey. Oh my god. Nice. Nice. Alright, we're leveling up. So yeah, the real demigod character would probably get 6 per level. La 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 la. I'm gonna put it into willpower. Nope, speed. Well, yeah, speed isn't as good with Tome of Battle. It's still really good, but you're pretty good on speed if you got like 50 of it. Okay. I'll go into willpower. Hello. Your Bazinga skill has improved. Classic. Well, we're gonna see what you have. Do you have anything for sale? Can you follow me? Okay. Well, it's time to die. Sorry. See, like, dude, speed characters are just cracked. Okay, you can just, like, zoom around people like crazy. Excellent. I hate to say it, gamers, but I like this one better, okay? Alright, we're not gonna use the dagger. We're gonna jump around. God, it's like you're crazy fast with higher speed, man. Hello. Wait, can you use a skillet to cook things, independent of a campfire? That would be excellent if you could do that, please. Please. Oh, fuck yeah. Hello. Anything for sale? Can you follow me? Fuck off! Fuck off! Yeah, when they make like a screaming noise like that, that's when they take a lot of damage. Ooh, blocked me. That's what's really cool about... I think that's Weapon Widget that adds that, the feedback for missed attacks. nice. We got a cooler axe. Well, on this type of character, it's a good idea to keep the shitty weapons. Because, yeah, doing less damage does help with that crap. Ooh, yes. Might as well take this. Oof. Okay, that doesn't look very good. Having low-level weapons helps advance things, I suppose, because... Nice, we can advance the lockpicking now. Great. Yeah, that's okay. If you can manage to open one of those early on, then it's like, it's broken. Okay, getting that many. Backstabbing's ready. Be wary of cleave. Cleave does not count as multiple strikes. Now where's Longblade? I think we're all ready except for Hand. Enemies nearby. Yeah, we're gonna have to oops. Climbing's ready. That's actually a flaw that I have, is like on my controls, is I can't recast while sprinting. I mean, I kind of can. There you go. Yeah, unfortunately, you can only use this camping equipment once, so be careful. Very cool. Zoom, 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 zoom. Let's use an awesome Tonto. Actually, no, let's use this, there we go. We got your boy, Skeleman. Oh. Whoa. Let's use a sexy staff here to deal with these people. Oh my god. Nice. Oh fuck, we didn't get the... Yeah, that's okay. I don't think I trained necromancy off of my thing. Still don't have long blade. Oh yeah, cool. We got sexy white robes there. Oops. Take that. Leather solarettes. Oh, potion. I thought it was a potion of teleport there for a second. That'd be amazing. Potion of spell resistance. Cool. Maps. Flails are cool, but not right now, because that's just a two-handed blunt weapon. I suppose it's like decent damage. I guess I can take it. It's kind of heavy though. Yeah, we'll go with cool outfit instead. Useless. I don't know, since she's a Nord, using fur armor makes more sense to me. I did get this wand, so what does this do? Snowflake. Oh, slow falling. Snowflake. We're all good. We're all good. Oh, shit. Let's just go over here. Fuck it. Oh, there's a ton of bats in there. I just remember. We'll go up here instead. Speaking of that, speaking of fur. Okay, that's cool. Yes. Okay. Nah, we're gonna... suppose that actually does have better armor, apparently, which is kind of funny. Listen, I'm going for the highest stats possible, okay? You don't understand. Smelly raw meat. Okay. We're all good. Rest for an hour until we... oh, yeah. I'm gonna keep pumping willpower. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. Wait a minute, did I don't think I got my alteration, did I? No, I did. Good. I'm just, at this point, I'm just playing the game. But yeah, we're already over 100 health at level 3, which is just fucking insanely overpowered. Really? It's incredibly overpowered, really. Hello. Little elf. Little imp. Whatever you are, savage. Savage race. There we go. Nice. Got a round shield. I legitimately don't know the difference between a round shield and a kite shield, to be honest. Except round shield kind of looks cooler, I would say. I guess one's round. Other... Yeah, one takes up less of the screen, which is cooler. Let's move. I need a big warhammer so I can just fucking smash the hell out of these bats. That'd be fun. You're not gonna fucking jump scare me. I still haven't gotten a damn long blade. Cool. Yeah, it's kind of boring though. But, you know, it's what a real woman looks like. This is what real woman armor looks like. Tolerate that. Tolerate that, filthy men. There we go. It's kind of a lame color, so... Oh, silver tanto. Not bad. Take that. The Tanto knife. One of the world's deadliest fighting knives. Leather buckler. Cool, I'll take a second cloak. Nice, got a dual cloak. God dang it, there we go. I know you're here somewhere, you little bitch. Hello. Follow me. Fuck off. Fuck off. Backstabbing is ready. Short blade is ready. Now it is. Now I'll go for axe. Nope. Iron. This guy's a filthy human, so he's vulnerable to iron. Filthy humanoid. Alright, that's a bit more of a fun color, so we'll go with that. See, this is just degenerate, okay? Whoever made this mod is a degenerate. As far as I'm concerned. There we go, that's cool. Change horses. Kind of like that iron, though. It's kind of cool. Alright, we got a left thing, and then we got a steel thing. Gauntlets, those are kind of hard to get. First, I think gauntlets are the hardest items. Just go with whatever has the highest armor rating, honestly. Wish you could sort by that. We can... I'll keep the leather fur. Nope. Potion of Seeking. Be careful. Don't hit equip or use or anything, because those are very good. What's the highest level? I'll just use that. Unfortunately, this this little thing here is the highest because it's fur. There we go. Fine. I'll do that. Yep. There are enemies nearby. We actually got something in here. Cool. Never even seen that, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about this fucking dungeon loot mod, whatever. It's like basically useless. You never find anything in these things. I guess, yeah, it could be that I'm lucky. Yeah, because I'm starting with 55 luck. Oh shit, you got a holy dagger? That's pretty good. Yeah, cool. We got a kick-ass dress in here. Okay, yeah, I guess your luck can affect that. Ooh. Let me cook. Why? Where are the enemies, my guy? Whatever. Let's move on up. I love how fast this character is. Hey, buddy. Hey, friendo. Friend orc. Orc friend. I understand the plight of your people. Okay. I understand. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to murder you. Okay? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. Archery. Alrighty. I'm gonna shoot you. Sorry, sir. Then we'll give him the old staff treatment, bet. Very good. Orc. Infernal tongues. Okay. Those are worth picking up. Awesome. We got the sick-ass chain armor now. Oh, nice. We got a long broadsword. We're gonna get this awesome blue symbol of Stendar. Alright, we're gonna hit the gentle fall now. Perfect timing. Eat the meat, rest until fully healed. Very good, for like 3 hours or so. 1, 2, 3, bap. Very good. Just gained a whole bunch of skill ups, because I'm a gamer. Start with long blade and go with that. Whoa. Yeah, rats are kind of hard to hit with short blades. Hey. Nice. Iron mail, is that, how much is that? +6 to armor. I'll just probably fucking kill you, because I'm a scumbag. No, we can, Ooh, nice. Light flail, I'll take that. And, oil. I'll take all that stuff. I don't have enough gold, well, I'll try and steal you. Oh, whoa. Oh, we got him. Excellent. That's kind of it. You kind of get into a state of flow almost. Oh shoot, we didn't level up the axe. That's okay. It's okay. And to be perfect. Well, kind of. We have to be demigod. Hey, tower shield. Wow. Wait a minute, do you actually see that while we were around? Yeah. Oh, nice. Tall boots. Nope. What the hell? Alright, we're just gonna hit all these fuckers with a staff. Yeah! Alright, we don't need that much meat, but it's okay. I love cleaving. Short sword. Yeah, I think in order to get to level 5 during the first dungeon, you kind of have to have more magic skills. Yeah, like restoration and thaumaturgy as your main. Man. Or as your primary. Oh, whoops. The metal monk was able to get to level 6 or something in the main dungeon. Starting one. Quick save. Keep in mind that, yeah, if you don't have immunity to magic at this stage, or you don't have immunity to disease, it becomes a lot easier to get a disease in this with horrible hordes, especially because rats, I think, have a chance to spawn with a disease. I suppose if you're just getting about 30 levels, you get 5 points each level. I mean, that's only 150 points. You're only going to be able to max out a couple of these. Or, you know, 3 of them. So yeah, it's a bit more balanced and reasonable from a role-playing point of view. So if you really want to max out all the attributes, you're probably going to have to... Well, you can shore up the differences with magic anyways. I forgot about that. Yeah. By the end, it won't even matter. Hey, nice. You can sell the... Excuse me. Go right ahead. Alright, follow me. I think these guys can open doors. So... Nice. Level 4, and I have almost 150 health. That's, like, probably already more health than most enemies in the game. So... I think we can leave it at that. I think maybe you could get to level 5. If you kind of timed it right, I suppose. I think I could probably sleep now. Probably not. No. We're good. Yeah, don't waste fatigue jumping. And then you go ahead and go to the exit. Alright, cool. It's about time. Suppose we can maybe rest until we're ready. Rest until we're... Oh dang, we're almost full on inventory space. We can go ahead and probably get rid of some of this crap. And we can sell it later. Rest till fully healed. Perfect. We can go ahead and save here. Delete. Delete. Exit. Boom. Oh, nice. It's snowing. Alright, cool. So we're gonna head to Gothway Garden, of course. Oh my god, brief movement. Nobody cares. Alright, so there's a plague going on. That's great. Well, it's actually great for me because So open, reach it into your pack. Yeah, so I know for someone who's there. I'm gonna need to grab a loan. I'm just gonna speed this up by fast traveling over here. Alright, this is not good. Effect settings. Oh. That's not good. Four was just fine before, and then wait a minute, that made it worse. Light threshold maybe 0.9. That's good. We're gonna deposit 328 or 323. Well, no, 300. Just have a little bit of gold. Then we're gonna borrow a loan. I'm just gonna put in like a bajillion or whatever. Don't know what the hell that was. I have it set to that it's 4,000 gold per level because that's, I think, a bit more balanced. So we're gonna borrow a loan of 16,000, and then withdraw a letter of credit for that loan of 16,000. Bazinga. Thank you very much. We're gonna go over to this shop. This town looks completely different if you don't have beautiful villages. Of course, you buy a horse. Most important thing in the game. Also gonna, might as well buy this camping equipment and formal cloak. Ooh. Steel crossbow. Could buy that. Lots of cool stuff you could buy. Yeah, camping equipment. You want to have about 3 of those. Whatever cool clothes you find. Don't steal anything yet. Yeah, I don't think general stores can sell armor. Unfortunately. Cannot carry anymore. Dang it. Ignore Dunmer Batty. Sell whatever junk you don't use. Except, yeah, it might be a good idea to keep the low quality shit on this character. Because you're going to have more damage and you'll be able to train easier with that stuff. Although, yeah. I don't know if I really believe in that. That's kind of cheating. So we're going to sell everything that is of low quality. I like short bows better than long bows, to be honest. What was this for? Like some crap, probably. We're just gonna sell all this junk. Don't need those. Yeah. I suppose the demigod character would also be the completionist character. So you'd also try and collect all the items, but not right now. Just whatever looks cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think you might be able to sell holy daggers at pawn shops, but they're also for the Archaeologist Guild. Zero gold. Huh. Oh man. Probably just wear whatever at this point because I have so much health. Although, yeah, armor does make a difference as far as damage goes. For sure. This is kind of a good sort of backdrop to roleplay whatever you want. Like if I'm being... I like this kind of robe look. So if I'm playing a monk, you know... I mean, I don't have those actual restrictions on me, which I do kind of wish there wasn't a limit on the amount of disadvantages and advantages you could take, but because then I could have actual restrictions on my character while having these more powerful advantages and disadvantages. Anyway, ooh, suppose I can do that. Wear my leather. Looks like a grandma. Probably end the video here. Oh shit, yeah. I'm just getting tired, is what's happening. I got the horse. And then I got the loan and I got the horse. And now the next thing to do is to go to the Mages Guild. You can join it right away. Then you make a few spells. Basically, you want to make a teleport spell. Although that's going to be kind of hard to cast early on because it's a lot of magicka. But yeah, you can... pretty, like, if you have the teleportation enabled in the Mages Guild, and then yeah, you can join the Archaeologists as well. I think they have a location in Gothway Garden. Get the mark of recall. There are, you know, other gameplay tips, but I suppose this video was just kind of meant as a rant about character creation and like the ideal, like, optimized character. Also, yeah, I suppose maybe if I had that difficulty dagger inched down a bit more, I could have gotten to level 5 inside the dungeon, but we're good. We're at pretty much level 5 right now. Anyway, this is a good sort of starting character for Daggerfall. Anyway, I could have, like, fancy editing and shit, but no, I don't really care. Leather helm. Yeah, get that. Cool. I do like the buckler, but I kind of like the round shield as well as far as looks go. I think they do actually have graphics for the shield getting hit, right? Whatever. Very cool. Alright. Whoa. But now you have a horse, so you can travel around very fast. You can make your own spells, but yeah, the ones that are important to have if you can cast spells. You gotta have some way of healing yourself. You gotta have some way of healing your fatigue. You can use a teleport. Although, yeah. Also, you want to go to the other stores and find a landmark journal as well. They don't usually have them at low-end stores, but landmark journal, you can actually use that to escape the dungeon. So you don't necessarily have to use teleport magic. But yeah, you can use your landmark journal to mark a spot in a dungeon. I think you might have seen me do that in my playthrough, but really useful item from Penwick Papers. You can mark the entrance of a dungeon and then go back to it later. And then that's pretty much all you need to play the game. I don't know. You just have to get used to it. It's a game that you have to get used to. You can't just jump in and plug in and play, you know, like other games. Anyway. Stay safe, citizen. These are dark times.